Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Exotic Astrology. Nice to see you back, and I have got many requests for uploading a video related to success in foreign lands. So, here is an example chart of somebody who was not very successful when this person was in his homeland, but now because the person has moved to a different country, the person is quite successful. So today we will try to see the positions and the placements which can give a person success in foreign lands in matters of career especially. All right, so if you are new to the channel, then please subscribe to it, and if you want a consultation from me regarding your career, you can always go to my website down in the description section. And yes, God is there with you all the time. Just look to Him and you will find Him. So, this is a very beautiful chart for multiple reasons, of course. One of the most important reasons is because there are many good yogas in this chart. Alright, we will discuss about all of them. Okay, so now the first thing that we need to check for a person to settle permanently in abroad, that is the connection of the ascendant or the ascendant lord with the 3rd, 9th or the 12th houses, either of the three. Okay, because these are houses of travel and movement, and when the Lagna lord is placed in either of these houses, the probability for settling permanently in abroad increases quite a bit. Okay, so if you see here, Pisces Lagna, Jupiter is the lord in the 3rd house, so the ascendant lord is in 3rd, and this 3rd house especially is 12th from the 4th house of homeland and mother. So generally they say 12th house represents foreign lands, but in my experience I have also seen the 3rd house giving settlement abroad, or at least 3rd house can give you a feeling that you may not be doing very good in your home country, so maybe you should change the country, or you will get an internal feeling like that. But now 12th house has to be associated if you want to finally settle abroad. Okay, so it cannot happen that your Lagna lord is in 3rd or 3rd lord is in Lagna and the 12th house is not supporting, and then you go and settle abroad. That is somehow not possible. That could be a situation where you want to stay abroad but somehow you cannot. Okay, you end up staying in your own country. So now there's nothing good or bad about staying in abroad or own country. These are just astrological principles to highlight. Okay, so this is the first thing that we see. Okay, the connection of the ascendant with the lords of these houses. Okay, now apart from that, we need to check the ascendant also. That is also important. Okay, so if you try to check the ascendant, you will see that no planet is aspecting, but there are books which say Rahu aspects the 12th house from where it sits. Okay, and because it is retrograde, so it is the second. So Rahu also lords Aquarius. So as the 12th lord, he is aspecting the Lagna. So this becomes an added factor. The third thing which I have seen is malefics, natural malefics. Okay, not functional malefics, natural malefics, which are Saturn, Mars. I take natural malefics for Saturn, Rahu, Ketu primarily. I do not take Sun, Mars too much. Okay, but yeah, Sun, Mars are also separative, so you can also count them as malefics, Algavvadi as they say. So here if you see, the Lagna is afflicted by Rahu because he's a natural malefic there, and that too added he is the lord of the 12th house. And I have also seen if the 4th house is afflicted by natural malefics, then also the person has a tendency to go and settle in a different place. Okay, So if you see here, Saturn is the 12th lord and he's also a natural malefic, and he's directly aspecting this 4th house, directly, no doubts on this. So malefics in the 4th or aspecting the 4th, if there are too many especially, then I have seen that the person somehow doesn't stay happy in his home country. Now, just because this person has malefics aspecting the lagna or the 4th house, or the lagnesh is in 3rd or 9th or 12th, it does not mean that the person will be successful if he goes there. Okay, so for that we have to check certain houses. Okay, but before the connection of foreign lands, we have to in general check what is the situation of the houses of money. So which are the money houses? We have the money houses as the 2nd house, the 6th house, the 10th house, and the 11th house. These 4 are the houses of money. So if the lords of these 4 houses are sitting in each other's houses or together anywhere, or best is if they are sitting together in these houses, or they are aspecting each other, okay, or they are under parivartan yoga, that is the best thing to happen for money. So in this chart, if you see, Mars is the lord of the 2nd house, he's himself situated there. Okay, so 2nd lord in 2nd, great for finances, great for money, great for wealth, fantastic it is. If the 2nd lord is well placed, I have seen finally the person ends up saving a lot of money, because 2nd house is the house of savings. People think 11th house is important. 11th house is important, but 11th house is the house of income. It is not the house of saving. So ultimately, it does not matter how much you earn. It matters how much you save actually. So if you earn 10,000 USD monthly and if you are spending 9,000, so ultimately you are saving only 1,000. All right. So earning more does not guarantee that you will save more. That depends on your lifestyle and your habits especially. Okay, so and 90% of the consultations that I do, the clients that I see, the people, I do not see a problem with earnings. Okay, that happens with around 10% of the cases, but generally I have seen that the problem is more with savings, especially because their lives are not in Sattva-guna, they are in Rajo-guna and Tamo-guna primarily. So they end up spending too much money, and so much that even if they are earning in millions, they are spending in millions. Okay, so we must check the 2nd house. And I have also seen that if the 2nd house has some links with the trines, then saving is even more easier. Okay, so now you check in this chart here, 2nd lord Mars is also the 9th lord, and he's also sitting with moon there. If you see, moon is the 5th lord. So trinal lords are the lords of the 5th and the 9th especially. So the trinal lords in the 2nd house, this is one of the best placements that you can have in the horoscope when it comes to finances, because this will ensure that somehow or the other you are saving a lot of money, because trines show the blessings of goddess Lakshmi basically. Okay, now the next is lord of the 6th. So where is the 6th lord placed? The lord of the 6th is sun, and it is placed in the 11th house. Fantastic. This is the best placement that you can have for competitions. Any kind of competition or competitive exams, you can relatively have more success if you have the lords of the 6th and the 11th somehow linked. 6th lord in 11th, 11th lord in 6th, or 6th lord conjunct the 11th lord and sitting in either of 2nd, 6th, 10th and 11th houses. So these are very, very, very good placements actually. Then we check the 10th house. So what is going on in the 10th house? Where is the 10th lord? Jupiter. Jupiter is in 3rd house. Okay, so Jupiter is not in any of these 4 houses. But if you see, Saturn is the 11th lord. Okay, 11th lord in the 10th. This is the best combination for income actually. You can earn like like nobody else. So therefore the 11th lord is in the 10th. Okay, and now the 10th lord, which is Jupiter, is aspecting the 11th house. Okay, so this is kind of a this is almost like a parivartan yuga. No, not exactly, but still. So it's like saying Jupiter is aspecting that house at least. Okay, so it is like sukshma parivartan, as they say. And so as I said, if the lords of these houses are in parivartan, it is fantastic. Actually, it's very good for money. So now Saturn is the 11th lord in the 10th, and Jupiter aspects the 11th, which is again great for finances. Now another thing I have seen is, okay, so now let's go to the 11th house. Okay, so 11th house has the 6th lord and the 10th lord. Fantastic for wealth and money and prosperity. Okay, so now let us go to the concept of success in foreign especially. Okay, so always remember, what I will speak now can be there in horoscopes of people who have gone abroad and have had success. But if you do not have the placements which I mentioned before, these lords of the 6th, 2nd and 10th and 11th in exchange or parivartan, then even if you go abroad to any country, you may not be able to earn that much or save that much. Okay, but if you have these placements, even if you are in your home country, you will have great income, great savings, great wealth. And even if you don't have these foreign stuff. Okay, so now if you check here, the most important thing is to check the relationship between the 10th house and the 11th house, along with the houses of travel, which is the 3rd, the 12th and the 9th. Okay, so now in this horoscope you see Saturn is the 11th lord, but it is also the 12th lord. It is sitting in the 10th house. So that means the moment he goes abroad, this 10th house, which is the house of name, fame, gets activated, and also the house of income. Okay, huge income comes in. Then another thing I have seen, if the lords of the 3rd and the 9th and the 12th are somehow associated with each other. Okay, so this means if suppose now Mars, Saturn, Rahu and Venus are somehow sitting in each other's houses. Okay, so now you see Rahu is the 12th lord. It is in own house. In fact, it is in Mool Trikona. It's a very great placement for Rahu. And sometimes they say Rahu also gets exalted in Aquarius. Some say he gets Mool Trikona there. Okay, so it's up to you which statement you would like to follow. Some say it is his own sign also. So now if you check carefully, this 3rd lord Venus is again in the 11th house. So that means the moment he travels somewhere, and then his income will rise. Okay, and this Venus is very important because he is dispositor of the Lagnesh. Okay, so the dispositor of the Lagna lord is a very important planet, of course, that protects the Lagnesh, the body, the person. Okay, so this is a very important planet. So if the dispositor of the Lagnesh, which is Venus here, because Venus is the one who is dispositing Jupiter, is somehow linked to the money houses, I have seen it is extraordinary for name and fame. So now here Venus is not only the dispositor of the Lagnesh, it is also the 3rd lord. So 3rd lord in the 11th is also a great placement. And apart from that, you also have to check certain things. So suppose this person would come to me and say that I want to go abroad to some other country, but can I have success in my homeland? Okay, so I would have told this person that because your 2nd, 6th, 10th and 11th houses are very strongly linked, therefore you will also be successful if you stay in your home country. You do not necessarily need to go abroad. If you want to go, that is your free will, you will also obtain success there. But this factor is irrespective of the fact that you stay in your homeland or you go abroad. Okay, so apart from that, I have seen the if the trinal lords are somehow linked to the fourth house, then also the person can want to stay in his home country only, okay, and not go abroad. So, and if the malefics, natural malefics are associated with the fourth house, then better is the person goes abroad. So here you see Mercury is there. Mercury is there in the 11th house. Of course, this is very good for finances. This can show that the person can also obtain success in homeland, okay, especially or in matters of land or real estate or any kind of business related to vehicles or liquids also at times brings. But here if you see the fourth house is afflicted by Saturn. So now if this person would have come to me before, I would have suggested, if you would have asked me that should I stay or should I go abroad, then I would have said, because your Lagnesh is in the third house, and because Saturn aspects the fourth and your Rahu is also in the 12th, so I would have told him it would be better for you to go abroad, okay, that would be a better suggestion for you. And apart from that, you can also put an eye to the Navamsha chart, okay. So the Navamsha chart is very important. So for foreign, especially, as I said, the money houses should be linked with the house of travel. So the third, 9th or the 12th. So here it is, Saturn is sitting here and Guru is also in the third. So but you also have to give a look at the Navamsha, okay. So what is happening in the Navamsha chart, if you see carefully, the fourth lord of the Navamsha chart, which is Jupiter, which can actually show the inner peace which a person gets when he stays in his homeland, that is somehow not well placed. It is in the Rahu Ketu axis. In fact, it is debilitated also. So this is a very challenging placement for Jupiter. So this means that even if the person would have stayed, it would have been difficult for him to be very, very, very happy and content in his homeland, okay. So I especially look at the fourth house. I always look at the fourth house of Navamsha whenever somebody has questions related to homeland or foreign. And if you also check, Mars and Sun are two planets which are again aspecting this, two malefics aspecting the fourth house. So and I have also seen if Navamsha trines are afflicted, then also the person doesn't like to stay in his homeland. So here again this Saturn is there in the 9th, you see. So anyways, there are multiple things which we can see, and Jupiter as the Lagnesh of the Navamsha chart is also in debility. So if the Lagnesh of the Navamsha chart is in debility, then also I have seen the person sometimes does not like to stay in the home country, because Navamsha can show circumstances of your birth or the people you grew up around, alright. So if the Navamsha Lagna Lord is in debility, so that's like saying you at times don't like the people who were there in your childhood, okay, with you, around you, basically. So then you prefer going to a different place, could be a different state or a different country, and then having success there, okay. So these are multiple things which you can observe in the chart. You can combine the Lagna chart and the Navamsha chart, and then you can get more clues about this. Alright, thank you very much for your patience, and if you are new to the channel, please subscribe to it, and if you want a consultation from me, then you can always go to the description section of my videos where you will find the link to my website. Alright, God is there with you all the time. Just look to Him and you will find Him.